Hello and welcome everyone. So today we'll be continuing about the gene editing tool, and one of the tools is the CRISPR-Cas9 system. Just a while back I had uploaded one of my videos on CRISPR-Cas9. Today we will see how it is used as an editing tool. In the previous video I had discussed about what is CRISPR-Cas9 system and how it had evolved and who were the scientists or the brains behind CRISPR-Cas9 system. Now let us look at the different types of gene editing. Gene editing is broadly classified into two types. First one is the homologous recombination and second is the conditional targeting. Now the homologous recombination is basically a targeted gene replacement wherein the goal is to change the localized sequences by replacing an existing sequence with different one in a laboratory, which will result into null mutations. Now this localized sequences that are replaced by the existing sequences are actually made in a laboratory. So the targeted gene replacement is just the replacing of the existing sequence with a harmless homologous sequence. Now, the conditional targeting is an extensive alteration in genome where the goal is to change the natural genome of the species. So, here in conditional targeting, it has a much wider implication because the goal is now, after carrying out the homologous recombination and seeing its success, the conditional targeting aim to carry out the changes in the genome of an organism. Both these types need enzymes called nucleases. So editing mechanism of gene needs an enzyme called nucleases which can cut the genome at specific places. There are four major nucleases so far in the industry. The first one is the meganuclease, second is zinc finger nucleases, third one is the talons, and fourth one is the CRISPR-Cas9 system. So we just saw that the nucleases are the basic editing or genome editing tools. Now the first one to be discovered was the ZFN nucleases, which was in 1991. It was the first nuclease technology called as the zinc finger nucleases. This is basically designed in the lab. Now in 2009, transcription activator like effector nucleases was the second technology, nuclease technology that came up. And in 2015, the clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats, CRISPR, became the new kid on the block among the various nucleases that could carry out genome editing. And in 2015, CRISPR was described for the first time by the Chinese scientists Pi Liang and Wei Zhu as a potential genome editing tool. So, in my previous presentation, which I uploaded a few days back, I had discussed in detail about the natural CRISPR pathway. Let us look at the components of the natural CRISPR pathway. It includes the bacterial chromosome, and in the bacterial chromosome, there is a CRISPR locus, and in this locus, there are bacteriophage DNA incorporated. Now, what is a bacteriophage? Bacteriophage is the virus that attacks a bacteria. So, whenever a bacteriophage attacks the bacteria, its DNA is incorporated into the bacterial chromosome. Now, when this newly modified DNA or the CRISPR locus is now transcribed, it undergoes transcription to form pre-cRNA. So this is the second component. The first component is the CRISPR locus, which is transcribed to a pre-cRNA. Now this pre-cRNA will go and bind to another RNA known as the tracer RNA. So this tracer RNA or tra-cRNA and pre-cRNA together will combine to form the guide RNA. So there are three RNAs over here: pre-cRNA, tra-cRNA, which will combine together to form the guide RNA. So 1, 2 and 3. Now this guide RNA will activate the inactive Cas9 endonuclease, and this Cas9 endonuclease guide RNA complex will carry out the genome, will carry out the cutting of the viral DNA whenever it attacks a bacteria. This is the natural pathway. Now, the engineered pathway. This is a natural mechanism that is present in a bacteria. This very pathway has been, this mechanism has been mimicked and engineered. And now this engineered CRISPR-Cas9 system consists of one single RNA, which is the guide RNA. So these two steps of tracer RNA and pre-cRNA and their getting together to form, to pair together and activate Cas9. So these two steps are now missing in the engineered CRISPR-Cas9 system, which makes it much easier and it reduces various unnecessary mistakes that could happen while carrying out the editing of the DNA. Now this guide RNA will activate the Cas9 system, and this Cas9 system will carry out the editing job. So here it is protecting the bacteria, whereas here in the engineered system it is carrying out editing. So this is the difference between the natural CRISPR pathway and the engineered CRISPR-Cas9 system. So Duona and Charpentier re-engineered the Cas9 endonuclease into a two-component system by fusing the two RNA molecules. Let us see what they did. They fused the CRISPR RNA, that is cRNA, and the trans-cRNA, that is trans-activating CRISPR RNA, into a single guide RNA or gRNA. So what they did was they fused these two RNAs into a single guide RNA in vitro, and they reduced the complication of allowing these to combine in the cell or in the organism. So they produced already engineered guide RNA. Now what this guide RNA will be able to do, let us see. This guide RNA, when it combines with the Cas9 protein, it can easily find and cut the DNA target specified by the guide RNA in both plants or animals. So this has been experimentally proved, and the success of this technology has been measured, and thereafter both these women scientists were awarded the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 2020 for simplifying the CRISPR-Cas9 system as a genetic tool. So gene editing within a living cell is basically a technique where CRISPR-Cas9 is one of the methods which is used for genome editing. It allows the scientist to precisely repair or modify the genes in the quest for new ways to treat or prevent inherited diseases. Now, this editing system is not only there to prevent or treat diseases, but it is also widely, it can be used um, in plants and betterment of the crops. So now you know that in the natural system, there is tracer RNA and cRNA, but in the engineered Cas9 system, there is only one guide RNA and the Cas9 enzyme. So this is how the DNA editing is done. So the DNA editing technique called the CRISPR-Cas9 works like a biological version of the word processing programs, that is find and replace function, which exists on our computers. So we have to find the gene to be replaced and replace it with another fragment. So this is how the CRISPR-Cas9 system works, by finding and editing and replacing. So how the technique works, let us see. This is the this is the cell in which the chromosomes are there. Now suppose this is the chromosome which needs the repair. So a cell is transferred with an enzyme complex containing guide molecule, healthy DNA copy, and cutting enzyme. So it will have all these components present. Now the guide molecule will go and, which is specifically designed, synthetic guide molecule, and it will go and find the targeted DNA strand present in the chromosome. The enzyme endonuclease, that is the Cas enzyme, will cut off the target DNA strand and the defective DNA strand is replaced by a healthy copy. So this is the basic idea of DNA editing. So in summary, the editing by CRISPR-Cas9 technique involves a guide RNA. Now this guide RNA matches up with the piece of DNA that we want to modify. The sequence is added inside the cell along with the protein Cas9, which acts like a pair of scissors. It is an endonuclease, so it can cut the DNA which the guide RNA will recognize. After the guide RNA homes on to the target DNA sequence and the Cas9 cuts it out, once their job is complete, the guide RNA and Cas9 leave the scene. So they go out of this complex. Now another piece of DNA is swapped into the place of the old DNA and enzyme repair the cuts. And this is how the DNA is edited. Now listed below are some of the specific tasks this method can carry out by the engineered nuclease. First, targeted gene mutation, gene therapy, creating chromosome rearrangement, study gene functions within stem cells, transgenic animal studies, endogenous gene labeling, and targeted transgene addition. So these are the various things that or tasks that can be carried out with the help of gene editing with CRISPR-Cas9 technique or other nucleases which we mentioned, such as the zinc finger nucleases, meganucleases, and the talons. Now, uh, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon, and thank you for watching.